Hey everyone. Okay, we're back with lesson 75, and this time it's about verbal nouns with the meaning of action. I think that this is possibly a lesson where we're going to see some words with figurative meanings. So I might miss a lot of things here. This is really one of those situations where you really want to have a native Russian speaker because they'll understand the more sort of nuanced figurative usages of words, which may not be obvious to a to a learner speaker or to somebody who's not spoken the language natively. One thing I'll say right here: трансляция матча будет сегодня в 19 часов. This word translatsia does not mean translation, as you might think. It means transmission. So the transmission, like the TV transmission of the match, will be today at 19 hours, which is 7 p.m. So I'll try to do what I can, but I think it's apparent that I'll probably miss some of the meanings here. But let's see what we can do. So as usual, we start with the dialogue. This time there's there are no names here on the dialogue, but let's see what happens. So there's a person here who's giving a presentation in a company, and some employees in attendance. Let's see how the dialogue goes.
Итак, коллеги, небольшое сообщение. На нашем совещании сначала Питер расскажет об изменениях в концепции нового продукта.
Да, это где-то на 10 минут, не больше.
Потом Мартин расскажет о результатах опроса фокус-группы. Людям не понравились иллюстрации, которые мы сделали для рекламной кампании.
Я сделал анализ и, по-моему, понял, чего нам не хватает.
А сейчас, до обсуждения нашего продукта, мы посмотрим рекламный ролик.
А может, сделаем показ после дискуссии?
Нет, давайте сейчас. Сначала показ, а потом обсуждение.
Okay. So, yeah, discussion, a discussion. So show and tell, basically. Okay, let's go ahead and go through this again. So the woman started off by saying.
Итак, коллеги, небольшое сообщение.
So, сообщение. So colleagues, a small message. A сообщение is basically a message.
На нашем совещании сначала Питер расскажет об изменениях в концепции нового продукта.
Okay, so на нашем совещании, so in our meeting, сначала Питер, so begins Peter, расскажет об изменениях, changes. Peter will talk about changes в концепции нового продукта, changes in the concepts of the new products.
Да, это где-то на 10 минут, не больше.
So, yes, it's somewhere around 10 minutes, not more.
Потом Мартин расскажет о результатах опроса фокус-группы.
So, опроса. After that, Martin will tell about the results of the опроса, I guess, a survey. Yeah, the Russian doesn't really have a word for focus group, so they say focus group. So Martin will talk about the results of the focus group.
Людям не понравились иллюстрации, которые мы сделали для рекламной кампании.
So, иллюстрации. Людям не понравилось, so people did not like. Иллюстрации, the illustrations, которые мы сделали для рекламной кампании, that we made for the advertising campaign.
Я сделал анализ и, по-моему, понял, чего нам не хватает.
So, я сделал анализ, I did an analysis, and по-моему, meaning in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, понял, чего нам не хватает. I understood what for us was not enough, what we didn't have enough of.
А сейчас, до обсуждения нашего продукта, мы посмотрим рекламный ролик.
So сейчас до обсуждений нашего продукта. So after, no, before. До is before. And now before discussing our products, we will look at a рекламный ролик, at the commercial or at the ad.
А может, сделаем показ после дискуссии?
Can we do the looking at the ad после дискуссии, after the discussion? So can we look at the ad after discussing it?
Нет, давайте сейчас.
No, let's go now.
Сначала показ, а потом обсуждение.
So at the beginning, we look at the ad, and after that, discuss or discussion, which I guess kind of makes sense. It probably makes sense to look at the ad before discussing it. So there you go. So that's the conversation there. So what do we have here for verbal nouns plus genitive? Let's open up a new tab and take a look. So nouns ending with anye or yinye most often show process and require a noun in the genitive case. Nouns with the ending tsia or atsia are derived from verbs with the suffix ova, most often denote a developing action and require a noun in the genitive case. Nouns without an ending are usually masculine. Such nouns are from dropping the suffixes and endings of verbs that usually denote an action and require a noun in the genitive case. Okay. So a lot of genitive happening here. And then here we have the other case. These are the rest of the cases. So, right, they often denote a process and a mental action. So not necessarily physical work, but consideration or discussion or something like that. Right. Okay. Fair enough. All right, so here we go. So now we have verbs. These are 9 verbs, and we need to write out 9 nouns that are derived from those verbs. So let's see, just to reduce typing, just because I'm a bit lazy and don't want to put you folks through me typing everything out, I'm going to be a little bit lazy and just copy these and then change the part that needs to be changed. So what do we have here? The first one is objedinят, which means basically unity. Or no, this is unity. So this means to unite, and this is unity. Объединение. Okay. Выполнять, to basically to do or to execute something. What's the noun derived from that? Is obviously then execution. I don't think in the sense of putting someone to death, but in the sense of getting something done. Выполнение. Транслировать, that's something we mentioned already. That is to transmit or to broadcast something. And unsurprisingly then, the noun derived from this verb is трансляция, which means, of course, transmission or broadcast as a noun, like the broadcast. Декларировать indeed does mean to declare. And then obviously the noun is declaration in English. But what is it in Russian? It is deklarir. No, wait. Декларация. There we go. Декларация. Okay, moving on. Управлять. Basically to manage or administer. Then obviously the noun is administration. Управление. Spasti, which means to save. And then the noun is спасение. salvation, I guess. Создать, to make something or create something. And then the noun is создание, which means then obviously creation. Усиливать. So сильный as an adjective means strong. Усиливать means to make strong or to strengthen. And so then it's probably not surprising that the accompanying noun, усиление, is basically strength. And finally, сохранять, which also means save. And then, once again, сохранение. There we go. That was that. Just a little bit. Let me just quickly take these. Let me just take these two nouns here because both of these mean save. And let's just check Wiktionary for what Wiktionary thinks is the difference between these. So spasti means to rescue. It means to save or salvage in the sense of rescuing someone. And then сохранять is, I guess, let's see, сохранять. Aha, okay, it means to, in computing, it means to save a file. And more generally, it means to preserve an object. Okay, so spasti means like if you're in trouble, I'll save you, whereas сохранять is more like here's a, can you save this coupon? Go ahead and hold on to this and save it for later for when we go shopping. Okay, very good. So, and I'm just curious actually, how does Wiktionary translate сохранение? I get the impression that's not a commonly used word. Okay, preservation, conservation, saving, safekeeping. Okay, yeah, I guess it's a fairly standard word after all. Okay, good. So what do we have here now? We have, this seems like it should be fairly easy. Let's see how easy it actually is. So here we have, again, we have verbs in this section here. And we need to drag in the nouns that correspond to them. So for example, переходить, I believe, let me actually get translations of these because I don't want to be too presumptuous. I don't want to, I mean, пере is basically the Russian equivalent of trans in English. So this is probably trans something, but is it, I think it's like, yeah, it's like, I mean, it's basically a transfer, I guess. I'm afraid I don't have a more precise translation than that, but okay, let's go with that. So переходить is transfer, and then obviously переход is a transfer in the noun sense, a transfer. Населять, let's see, what is населять? That is to inhabit or populate. So I guess then население means population. That's probably a reasonable translation of that. Расширять. So расширять is to expand or extend. So расширение logically is an expansion or extension, right? Okay, усмотреть, that's to look at. Right? Well, смотреть is to look at. Hold on, what is усмотреть then? What's the difference between look at, and usмотреть. Usмотреть means to examine or inspect, so to look more carefully. Okay, then logically, осмотр is an inspection or examination. Okay. Развивать. So raz means like a one-time, something that happens once, one-time thing. So развивать is is a development, or no, развивать is develop. So then a развитие is a development, logically. Okay. Подписать. I should know this. This word sounds familiar. I have definitely heard this one before. To subscribe to something. Okay. All right. Then logically, подписание is a subscription. Разделить. Again, this prefix раз, which is for things that happen once. So like, and делить is like to, Разделить apparently means to divide or split. Okay, then разделение must be a division or a split. Okay, появиться. What is появиться? Yeah, I kind of knew that. Okay, so появиться means to appear. So появление then logically is an appearance. And finally, уменьшать. So уменьшать is a уменьшать means to reduce. Okay, then уменьшение must mean a decrease. So this exercise is fairly easy. You just need to look at the words are very obviously related to each other. Even if you don't understand the words, you can clearly see how they relate to each other. But I guess the difficult part is knowing what they mean. I have to confess, I don't think I knew what any of these words meant off the top. I mean, some of these I could guess that, but I don't think I actually had active. I don't think any of these words were in my active vocabulary. So, yeah, it's. These are not necessarily words that you'd use every day. These are words that a native speaker would, of course, know right away, but non-native speakers might not. Okay, and final exercise for this lesson, drag the words to complete the sentences. So, what do we have here? So, население России составляет 143 миллиона человек. So, the population, we had this here, didn't we? We had the... There we go. Населять and население, right? The population. So населять means to populate. Население means population. So the population of Russia adds up to 143 million people. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and continue on. So first is через дорогу будет дальше. Дорогу, I believe in this case means a street. So across the street. Будет дальше. So like переход. Okay, so in this context, переход means an instance of crossing the street. So the crossing of the street will continue. That's a bold statement. I hereby declare that the crossing of the street will continue. That is my vision of the future. That's something that we are going to, that's our big project for this decade. Okay, доктор проводит регулярный something пациентов. So, okay, you can probably guess. The doctor carries regular, presumably, examinations of the patient. What did we say were examinations? That was, right, осмотр. So, смотреть means to look at. Усмотреть means to examine, to look more closely, to really take a good look at something. Okay, something нового сотрудников нашей фирмы заметили все женщины. So, the word missing here is появление, which I believe we said means appearance, right? Like the not necessarily the act of I mean, appearance as in a verb, like not appearance as in how you look. I'm not saying this person has a certain appearance. I mean appearance as in emergence, as in surfacing, like you turn up the upturning or the surfacing, the emergence, the appearing of the new employee in that sense in our company was noticed by all women. I'm assuming that the employee, presumably this employee has a noteworthy appearance, and that's why he was noticed by the women. But here, this does not mean appearance in that sense. This means the surfacing, the turning up of the employee. Okay, good. Moving on. Something футбольного матча на нашем телеканале начнется в 19 часов. So once again, I did say that transляция is a transmission. So the transmission of the football match on our television channel will begin at 19 hours, which again is 7 p.m. Okay, где проводится? So where happens, basically, where occurs. Registracja. So проводится is like, I think I said it's like execution, or the fulfilling of something. So where is executed the registration of the участников конференции, of the participants of the conference? Okay, something качество наша компания проводит регулярно. So, качество is quality, isn't it? I believe so. Let's just check that. Yes, качество is quality. So, okay, so quality control. Okay, I got it. This is about quality control, which makes sense because there's a word control here. So, control in this sense, it's control in a more European sense. So in American English, and I guess English, not just American English, but in English in general, control means to influence something, like to tell something what to do. Like I'm controlling a car, which means I'm basically making the car do something. In many European languages, like also in French and German, the verb control more just means to inspect something. It doesn't necessarily mean to actually steer something or like force something to happen. You just perform controls, meaning you perform inspections. So that's what you also say quality control in English, but here they just mean, we check the quality. We check the quality of our company, or in our company, regularly. Okay. Something этой статьи невозможно. Это очень критическая статья. Statya is an article in like a newspaper or magazine. So, not surprisingly then, publikacja means publication. So, publication of this article невозможно. So, it's not possible to publish this article. Это очень критическая статья. It's a very critical article. Okay? And you can't have critical articles in Russia. No. In Russia, critical article writes you. Okay. Я получил ваше something только вчера. So, I received your сообщение. Remember we said сообщение is message. Только вчера, only yesterday. So I got your message only yesterday. Социологи провели большой something населения. So, sociologists провели, like, again, executed, I guess, большой опрос населения. They conducted a big survey of the population, where население is population. Опрос, so вопрос is a question, опрос is a survey. Kind of easy to remember if you remember one word because they're related, sort of. Okay, and finally, something это проблема. Well, okay, just by process of elimination, we can put this in here, and that was the end of lesson 75 already. But let's see, what's the last sentence? Обсуждение этой проблемы прошло очень активно. So, the discussion about this problem, or of this problem, was very active. Okay, there you go. So, here is the dialogue that we had. Exercise 2, turning verbs into nouns. Exercise 3, I don't think this is so obvious. I don't think I need to page through this, hopefully. And then exercise 4. There you go. That was lesson 75. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye for now.